We're all set to go here in Portugal in the full-length feature race. Marc Marquez got away really well from pole position. Bagnaia gets squeezed by both Martin and Marquez. He had to back out of it there, didn't he? And coming through, fast starting, is Miguel Oliveira. Oliveira briefly done his home Grand Prix.
And then we've got an Aprilia around the outside of Maverick Vinales. He's off to a great start. He's trying to go wheel to wheel with Bagnaia and Oliveira. Up to fourth now.
I thought it was a touch. I think there was contact. Marquez was super aggressive on the inside of Oliveira and Martin into turn number 3. He picked up Oliveira. I'm not sure if Martin and Marquez did actually touch each other there going through that turn 3. Oliveira, though, is back at the front. The crowd are on their feet here in Portugal. You can barely hear yourself think because the Portuguese fans, they're already sensing maybe a historic victory here.
History repeated itself for Fabio Quartararo. He had a shocking start yesterday and he's gone backwards again. He's back behind his teammate. Quartararo outside of the points in 16th.
Well, we're on board now with the world champion through this 5th gear, turn number 15. Can he immediately find a way through on Jorge Martin? I think he has on the inside line.
Well, Martin got the drive in the end off the final corner as last year's Aprilia leads this Grand Prix in the hands of Miguel Oliveira. This year's one, we've got Maverick Vinales running in 5th, but Aleix Espargaro, another big loser off the line, he's down into 14th. Bagnaia, though, does get through at the end of the main straight on Martin.
Bagnaia's gone for it into the first gear, turn number 13. It was tight, but he made it move in there. That was nicely done by Pecco Bagnaia. Now then, at the front of this Grand Prix already, coming to the conclusion of lap 2. Pecco Bagnaia leads. Bagnaia so good on the brakes, he's got so much confidence and trust in that front end, no way back through. And Bagnaia, a 1:39.459, sets this stall out. Marquez! He has absolutely slammed into Miguel Oliveira. Yellow flags right in sectors 1 and 2. There was initial contact, I think, a clip on Jorge Martin. And what a nightmare it's turned out to be for Miguel Oliveira. And he's hurt. That was a really big whack. He had a horrible high side, didn't he, Lewis, on Friday, which damaged his lower left limb, his lower left leg. That was all Marc Marquez's crash. What happened here? Let's try and pick the bones out of this one. There is Marquez in 4th, coming through turn 2 now, in the braking zone. Oh, he just gets it all wrong, all wrong. He did clip Jorge Martin, as we first thought, and then as he clipped Martin, look at that, he just pitched him further forward, absolutely slams into the luckless Miguel Oliveira. Nothing that Oliveira could do about that. I'm afraid to say that was all Marc Marquez's crash. What this has done as well, it's broken up the pattern, giving Pecco Bagnaia a lead of over a second. Bagnaia is responding to the charge from Vinales as Bezzecchi gets through on Jack Miller, then that's for 3rd place. This is a race star. Look at this. Squeezed off the line, he was in a sort of pincer movement, wasn't he there, Pecco Bagnaia. Martin came from his right, Marquez was on his left. This was right at the beginning as well. Marquez was aggressive, wasn't he? Also in the same part of the circuit, on the inside of Oliveira that time, and Martin. The 3 rides. I did think there was contact early on at turn 3 with Marquez, Oliveira and Martin. That's been a feature, hasn't it, of the first 6 or 7 laps. The exact same 3 riders that were involved in turn and the first lap were involved a couple of laps later. There is Miguel Oliveira's father. They can't believe it. They sit turn 5. Miller runs out to the marbles. That's why Alex Marquez came on through. Now then, Vinales is just gobbling up the meters here, isn't he? On Pecco Bagnaia into turn number 3. Again, it's through those fast turns 1 and 2 where Vinales can pick up that speed. Pecco Bagnaia did say big improvements this year on the factory Ducati, which he requested from Bologna, and better edge grip and better corner speed. But it looks like at the moment they're still inferior to the Aprilia behind him.
Aleix Espargaro, who set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, taking it away from his teammate. Aleix Espargaro just did a 1:38.872. Massimo Rivola watches on, and he must like what he sees because his 2 factory RSGPs, the 2023 versions, are the fastest bikes on circuit. Fabio Di Giannantonio's nightmare weekend has finally come to a conclusion. He's pulled into the pits.
This is a really, really good fight. Can't take your eyes off this one, as Alex Marquez has a bit of a moment on the rear tyre there at full lean angle through turn number 15, as that cost him a bit of momentum, but he just absolutely blitzed them by the KTMs. Here is Fabio Quartararo then on the Yamaha on the inside of Luca Marini. That's beautifully done. Nice corner speed through the first corner. Marini was out on the paintwork on the curbs.
Someone's gone down.
Somebody's gone down. Somebody has gone down now.
It's Ducati. It's Jorge Martin, is it? It is Martin.
Oh, dearie me. Well, trying to get himself back into contention for that 4th place. Jorge Martin, there's no podium double then on the opening weekend of 2023 for him. He was involved in those two early clashes with Marc Marquez and Miguel Oliveira, and this time around, well, that was all of his own doing, wasn't it, as he fought in 11th place. He was trying to go with Quartararo and Marini, wasn't he? If Brad Binder takes a 4th place here from Alex Marquez, that would be an astonishing ride.
He's taking it down.
He's gone through. Well, Marquez just got it unsettled, didn't he, over that crest, dropping down through turn number 11. And Brad Binder, MotoGP's ultimate Sunday man, is starting again, isn't he, when it really matters. Binder into a heroic 4th place. Sensational stuff from the South African. Alex Marquez just clicks the turbo button, doesn't he? Nothing that Brad Binder could do about that. It's just free time for the Ducatis.
Zarco now attacks on Aleix Espargaro. That will have caught the Spaniard by surprise. Zarco now moves through into 7th and cuts the nose off the Aprilia.
The 4th crash of the weekend for Luca Marini.
Binder lost out to Marquez and Miller lost out to Zarco, who's now shaping up for a potential move and taking 5th place. That might be all she wrote for Alex Marquez. If he can get onto the main straight in 4th place, he'll keep it.
Is there a way through on Zarco through Binder? You bet there is. He's got the inside line going through turn number 11. They drop down now through 12. This has been a stunning late charge from Johan Zarco. Will he be the man that takes 4th place away from Alex Marquez? It looks like he might be Ducati versus Ducati, KTM versus KTM for that 4th spot. At the moment it's in the hands of Alex Marquez. You can see though Pecco Bagnaia in the top left hand corner of your screen. Oh, that was tight, really tight. Zarco leans on Alex Marquez and it looks like Zarco will take the 4th place, but Pecco Bagnaia showing just why he's the reigning world champion. Bagnaia wins the Grand Prix of Portugal. He takes the sprint win and the feature full-length race win. Formula One boss Stefano Domenicali has the honour of waving the checkered flag. Ducati dominance again in 2023. Davide Tardozzi, he is super pumped with an absolutely phenomenal weekend for his man. Bagnaia wins by just under 7/10 of a second. Fantastic job by Maverick Vinales. His first podium of the season on the factory Aprilia. A great job by Marco Bezzecchi as well.
2 wins this weekend for Pecco Bagnaia. The inaugural sprint went his way and he triumphs over the full distance in Portimao. The perfect start for Pecco in Portimao this afternoon.
If you love MotoGP videos, like and subscribe.